This is the RealWare head-mounted tablet, realware.com, and placed it on my desktop here. Take out the external power bank and connect it to a red cable USB-C to extract the data. At the same time, I want to recharge the power bank with another power USB-C cable. You can see it's blinking 78 to 100. Now I want to remove this red power cable from the charger, connect it to the computer, and strip the data out of it. Now that I took it off, I can take off my cap also and put it away, full of dirt from the yard. Now, I'll explore to see if I can find HMT1, internal shared storage, expand movies, and then click on camera. Here I have 5 files. I'm going to mark the first one, and then shift and mark the last one so they're all marked. Right mouse click and cut. Then make another instance. File Explorer to paste. File Explorer open. Videos. Scroll down till HMT and red. Then today's date 10/24. Go to the center where it says this folder is empty and right mouse click till paste. Now that I'm pasting, this insufficient space now already. So since this is insufficient, what we're going to do is I have to open another hard drive. So I'm going to cut it from here. Open another. I'll go to another external hard drive, which is the expansion into videos there. And then find HMT, expand HMT, and expand red, and then paste with Explorer into red. Then open red. And we'll repeat the same operation. Crack it from the head-mounted device. Then paste it onto red. Then grab the path, copy to the clipboard buffer, and paste it in the hard drive. Edit paste. And notice that this is drive D. And then file save. Then refresh the SAR. Save the SAR. And increment to sub A. The current time is 5:23. 523. grab the path to SAR.txt, copy to the clipboard buffer. And save. And now we do additional details, 228 steps. As we start with the new recording and add a comment. Paste the comment, and then put the same comment at the bottom underneath this greater than sign. Edit, paste, and file save again. That's it. Now I'm pretty tired and I'm ready to take a break. So I want to see what is the status of my micro SD card. PCIe movies is already empty, so now I can take off my goggles. Oops, it turned off on its own anyways. Oh, it didn't have a micro SD card, so let's stop recording. Anyways, I'm too tired to worry about it. I'll take it off anyways. I'll stop the recording first and turn it off. And disconnect. And connect it to the power supply. Turn it upside down. Take the micro SD card out. And swap micro SD cards. Let's see if BCIM has anything in it. Movies. Let's see, nothing else. Then go to videos, iView. Videos, iView. Explore. connected back to the power bank. Done with that. File Explorer. Why is this there? Folder time. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left. Further. We'll explore. And go back. First one, shift to number 15. 30. Cut. No. Folder. Paste. We'll explore. And take the folder copy. Open my notepad for today's day. Idle. Edit. Paste. And now I want to upload it to YouTube. Slash upload. Selected file. Paste the path. Open. First. Last. Copy and open. Go back to my notepad. Today's date. File save. I want to go to another instance of File Explorer. Go to video, go to Galaxy, go to Purple, this day. Copy and paste it on the hard drive. Galaxy. Wow. Explore. Start another File Explorer instance. sort of thing. File Explorer. Just a moment. Right. Chapters and save 3 chapters. Then a tag badge inspection lanyard. Okay, that's good. That's done. Okay. Great. Yes. Okay. Start. No, don't have to. Playback.
So you need to my notepad here for the video button indicator that we're using right now. Then I want to open a notepad in this that will be text only. There's a notepad. If you look up at this notepad, where is this folder?
46.
We'll call this one, two, three, four,
That's it. Last thing is to clear this folder. Start the recording. Connect to the computer. 45%. Close all apps. Strike the video.
Can I put on the nose or you're recording?
Yeah, no, I'm done.
How do you have your dinner?
Thank you very much.
I'm so tired.
Me too. Too much.
You didn't think it would be. I feel achy breaky to my back. It's sore. Yeah.
systems that we can expect from climate change. As you say, this warning comes ahead of the next big UN conference, which is going to be in Baku in Azerbaijan in a couple of weeks. And what the UN is saying, look, it isn't too late yet, but we're getting pretty close to that point, is what the UN is saying. And it's saying there needs to be a massive effort by all the countries of the world to ramp up their efforts to cut greenhouse gas emissions. But it says that needs to be led by the rich countries. The rich countries need to lead the way, and they need to begin doing that as soon as possible.
That was our climate editor, Justin Rowlett, reporting there. Now to some other important headlines from around the world. Leaders of the nations of the Commonwealth are gathering in Samoa for the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, set to get underway on Friday. And the BBC has learned that leaders are preparing to defy the UK by agreeing plans to examine reparatory justice for the transatlantic slave trade. The UK government insists the issue is not on the agenda at the summit, but diplomatic sources were looking at an agreement that could open a meaningful conversation. Members of the largest union at playmaker Boeing have turned down a labor contract by a wide margin. The International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers, which represent about 33,000 Boeing employees, on Wednesday rejected a 35% pay increase over 4 years and will continue strike action. The deal was turned down shortly after Boeing reported $6.1 billion in losses. Okay, and we are going to go back to our election coverage now. As we know, with under 2 weeks left in the election, all of the correspondents that we have around the country covering what is happening as the candidates are crisscrossing the battleground states. And we mentioned that our correspondent Samira Hussein is in Georgia, where Kamala Harris is set to hold a
Let's
rally.
make sure that they
this
check each
evening.
other,
Samira, you're
like,
with
just
us
like they
now.
check
Great
your
to see you.
goggles and
I know you've
everything.
been speaking to
Check
voters.
mine.
Tell us
What
what they've been
happened?
told.
You didn't have one? Yeah, well,
So
take off that thing around your head. You're gonna get a headache. You know what I mean? Take it off. It's tight one.
Former U.S. President Barack Obama will be joining her on stage. Now, of course, he's already been campaigning on her behalf, but to have the two of them side by side is certainly lending quite a lot of firepower to this event. In fact, speaking with some of the voters, that was one thing that was mentioned, that they were excited to see the former president. But of course, it's also the issues that have brought so many people to come and hear Kamala Harris. Have a listen to what some of the voters have to say.
For me, the driving issue is women's rights. I'm a sister, I have a niece, I have a lot of young women that look up to me and my family, and I don't want them to live in a world where they just can't control what they do with their bodies.
I mean, is that really the biggest issue for you, or the only issue? Like, do you have any other?
There's a few other issues. I think for me that's the biggest issue. For me, the bigger issue is the other candidate. I think that Donald Trump is disrespectful to our country. He doesn't respect our democracy.
All right, Samira, really interesting to hear that perspective there. This all comes, we heard the voter there talking about the other candidate. Donald Trump is, of course, doing his splits of battleground states as well, and he's holding rallies in Nevada and Arizona. Tell us more about his strategy.
And you didn't even have a chance to wake up.
Well, look, we're almost, just a little bit more than a week away from voting day, and it's clear that battleground states are key for both candidates, which is why we're here in Georgia and why former President Trump is in Arizona and Nevada. Now, in Nevada,
This is what they came with that third body, so
present
does it add something?
Donald Trump as the viable candidate if you're leaning Republican. And of course, when it comes to Arizona, his pitch is certainly going to be much tougher on immigration.
Yes, Samira, it does also look at this point, of course, in the race that both candidates are going to really be trying to appeal to some of those key voting blocks in Georgia, there where you are. You've been reporting as well, black voters are going to be very important for the Harris campaign going forward.
Well, absolutely, which is why, I mean, if you
sure everybody is behind Bibi.
I know.
Getting the possible who's going to be able to occupy the White House.
Certainly the case that we're looking at Donald Trump and his campaign. You know, it has been said that they are feeling increasingly confident, even though those polls really haven't budged much. I mean, just tell us about what we're going to be seeing from them over the next week and a half, really, until the election.
And they've done a good economy.
I think the whole pandemic, their particular pushes to their
This program was made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Welcome to the News Hour. With the presidential election just 12 days away, new polling shows the presidential race neck and neck.
It's adding urgency to the Harris campaign. The vice president is now consistently painting her opponent as an existential threat to democracy. That says Donald Trump is in the Sun Belt tonight, focusing again on immigration. Lisa Desjardins reports.
Former President Donald Trump campaigning today down in the desert in the pivotal state of Arizona, where election workers in Maricopa County are already tabulating ballots from early voters, like these in Phoenix.
So I did vote for Kamala. A lot of reasons personally that, I just don't agree with Trump.
I like the way the country ran when he was in charge. Not liking his personality, absolutely, I don't like his personality, but I like his policies.
Trump is at Arizona State University to rally the college crowd, but also to put the spotlight back on one of those policies, immigration.
She has eradicated our sovereign border, and she has unleashed an army of migrant gangs who are waging a campaign of violence and terror against our citizens.
Something his opponent, Vice President Kamala Harris, was pressed on repeatedly at a CNN town hall last night. She was asked whether she supports a more border wall.
Let's just fix the problem.
To fix the problem, you're doing this compromise bill. It does call for $650 million that was earmarked under Trump to actually still go to build the wall.
I'm not afraid of good ideas where they occurred.
So you don't think it's stupid anymore?
I think what he did and how he did it did not make much sense because he actually didn't do much of anything.
This, as a Wall Street Journal poll shows Trump with the edge nationally, up by 2 points over the vice president. And a new Marist poll shows tight races with Trump in the lead in North Carolina and Arizona, and Georgia a tie. All of those polls within the margin of error. Harris also made headlines last night for her other answers about faith.
I do pray every day, sometimes twice a day.
And for her thoughts after Trump's former chief of staff said he fits the definition of fascist.
Do you think Donald Trump is a fascist?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Harris and her running mate, Tim Walz, doubling down today.
We have the choice of
This is
Donald
what
Trump
Dory
will
posted.
sit in the Oval Office, stewing, plotting revenge, retribution, writing out his enemies' lists.
But don't kid yourself, you're somewhere on that list too if you disagree with these people. That's who they are.
Trump had his own accusation against Harris last night at a rally in Georgia that was one of his largest in recent weeks.
Our country is being destroyed and crippled by Kamala Harris, a person that got no votes. Therefore, she's a threat to democracy.
And speaking to conservative podcaster
It's like
Keith
you're a
today,
kid.
Trump
You're a
also
dummy.
talked
No,
about
you're a
what he
dummy.
would do if elected to special counsel Jack Smith, who is overseeing the 2 federal cases against him.
We got immunity from the Supreme Court. It's so easy. I would fire him within 2 seconds.
From Trump running mate J.D. Vance today, a written argument in an op-ed in the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette accusing Harris of prejudice against Catholics. The Harris campaign did not comment after our request for response. But the column brought Vance union criticism for crossing a virtual picket line. Workers have been on strike at the paper for 2 years. Fewer than 2 weeks to go, and the campaigns are battling across media and across the map. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Lisa Desjardins.
I'm not tired, I'm exhausted. Huh?
We start the day's other headlines with a major development in a legal case that gripped the nation. Prosecutors in Los Angeles are recommending that the Menendez brothers be resentenced for the 1989 killing of their parents. The first step in what could lead to their eventual release. Lyle and Eric Menendez admitted to fatally shooting their mother and father in the family's Beverly Hills mansion. After an initial mistrial, a second trial was held in which evidence of their father's sexual abuse was largely excluded. The brothers received life without parole. They are now in their 50s, and many family and friends have pleaded for their release. LA District Attorney George Gascon told reporters today that the matter should be put before a parole board.
I believe that they have paid their debt to society. their case to be reviewed by a parole board, and if the parole concurs with my assessment, it will be their decision. They will be released accordingly.
The Menendez case has received increased public attention thanks in part to a recent documentary and a popular Netflix drama series. The owner and operator of the cargo ship that caused the deadly Baltimore bridge collapse has agreed to pay more than $100 million to settle a lawsuit brought by the Department of Justice.